Genre, persuasive article. Time for kids. A new kind of corn. Essential question. In what ways can advances in science be helpful or harmful? Read two different perspectives on Bt corn. Advances in science have changed the way farmers grow corn. These advancements have also made consumers think about what they eat. Have you heard of Bt corn? Probably not, but you have probably eaten it. Bt corn is grown all over the world. The crop is used in many foods, including tortilla chips and cornmeal. It is also used to make high fructose corn syrup, a sweetener prevalent in many foods and drinks. Bt corn is a genetically modified food. To make Bt corn, scientists change the genetic code of corn. This code sets which characteristics the corn will inherit. Bt corn contains an insect-killing gene. The gene comes from a bacterium called Bacillus thuringiensis, or Bt. These changes make the corn produce poison. The poison kills only insects that are harmful to it, such as rootworm beetles or caterpillars called European corn borers. This characteristic makes it unnecessary for farmers to spray pesticide in their cornfields. Uses of corn. When you think of corn, it might call to mind fresh corn on the cob, but how much do humans actually consume? The pie chart below shows the uses of corn in the United States according to the Environmental Protection Agency. 8% industrial use, 12% human consumption, 80% animal feed. A European corn borer feeds on an ear of sweet corn. Some farmers are turning to Bt corn to keep pests like corn borers from damaging their crops. Point, counterpoint. Bt corn is better, a farmer's perspective. I began growing Bt corn on my farm back in 1996. Up until that point, I never knew if what was planted would yield a crop I could sell. Now I am confident going into each growing season. The use of Bt corn has lessened use of pesticides. That is great for the environment and saves time and money. I no longer have to spray the fields with costly pesticides. Further, I no longer worry about being exposed to the toxic chemicals. Many people have raised concerns about the poison in Bt corn. It is only toxic to rootworm beetles and corn borers. Other insects seem to thrive where sprayed pesticides are not used. Planting Bt corn has increased both profit and productivity on my farm and farms around the world. This makes it especially good for developing countries where corn is a staple in human and animal diets. The savings to farmers are passed on to people who buy the corn. Plus, having more food available in hungry nations is a very good thing. The benefits of Bt corn continue to grow. That is why more and more farmers are planting it in the fields. Where is GM food grown? Though the United States is the biggest producer of genetically modified foods, enhanced crops are grown all over the world. Orange, genetically modified food is grown today. Beige, genetically modified foods are not grown. A scientist examines root damage from pests on a normal corn plant, left, and on Bt corn, right. Counterpoint, point. Bt corn could be bad, a consumer's concern. Bt corn has been on the market since the late 1990s with little research on the long-term consequences, yet farmers are producing genetically modified GM crops at an alarming rate. I can't help but wonder about these recent advancements in agriculture. What are the long-term effects of GM foods on humans and the environment? Is Bt corn really safe to grow and eat? Much of the testing of GM foods has been done on lab rodents. The results of those tests haven't been very promising, In some reports, mice have developed lesions in their stomachs from eating GM foods. Rats have died prematurely for unstated reasons during these tests. If this is any indication of what may happen to humans, we should rethink stocking our supermarkets with unlabeled GM foods. Consumers should know what they are buying and eating. Over time, pests can build a resistance to any pesticide. A 2011 study shows that rootworm beetles are already developing resistance to Bt corn. If these rootworms can eat Bt corn and survive, why grow it? There is also a growing concern about the impact of Bt corn on other insects, such as monarch caterpillars. Farmers have a responsibility to ensure their crops do not harm the physical environment and all of its inhabitants. To protect future generations, more research is needed for all of the effects of Bt corn to become clear. A consumer who disagrees with the sale of Bt corn attends a protest.